Hi everybody, welcome to Lesson 2, Quiz 1 Explanation. Please do make sure that you have finished the quiz on Moodle before you watch this video. This video will look a little bit different to the quiz on Moodle. It's taken from the Stekken Vaughan textbook, which was made for the 2002 series exam, where there were 5 options for each question. However, on Moodle, I've changed the questions to make them more similar to the new type of GED exam. So when you do the quiz, you only have 4 possible options. But this video still has all 5 options that were available in the textbook. Let's have a look together.
So question 1. Which of the following summarizes the main idea of this excerpt? Summarizes main idea. Number 1, how the web got its name. Number 2, how to get a computer job. Number 3, how to search the web, the internet. 4, how to create a search engine. Or 5, how the web is replacing the library. Let's have a look. The World Wide Web represents the greatest resource of information that the world has ever known. But without some preparation, searching the web can be like wandering around a library during a power outage. You know the answers are nearby, but you can't find them. Just say search. In order to fully utilize the search capacities of the web, you've got to be familiar with the tools that are available. And you must have a solid understanding of how to prepare a search. Spending a few wise moments before you hit the submit key can make all the difference. So we have talked about searching, and searching is in both answer 3 and 4. And then we have the search engine. Unlike your friendly neighborhood library, there's no Dewey Decimal System awaiting you online. Just a collection of documents that experts say will soon reach 1 billion in number. The web isn't indexed in any standard manner either, so finding information can seem a daunting task. That's what makes the search engine an essential tool. Search engines are the tools that find documents in response to a submitted query. Each engine has its own database created by computer programs or robots called spiders. Now, this is about how to search the internet. There's nothing about getting a job. It's not about how the internet got its name. So we can take away number 1, number 2. And it's not about replacing the library. The library is mentioned a few times, but it does not say that the internet is replacing the library. So we can take away number 5 as well. But this says how to use the search engine. Okay? It's a tool that we use. It does explain what the search engine does, but it does not tell you how to build a search engine. It's not telling you how to go and create. It's telling you how to use the search engine to find information on the internet. That's why the correct answer is number 3. So number 2, if you wanted information about jobs in cooking, which keywords would be the most helpful in getting the results? Okay. So we need to look at this passage. So when you search for information, you use a search engine. Search engine are tools that find documents in response to a submitted query. Each engine maintains its own database. It's got programs that update that database. Okay. In performing your search, they use both a title and location. Pages containing your search words or your keywords are the most relevant. So you want to get jobs in cooking. So technique is how to cook. It's not about a job. So take away number 1. A school is about where you learn to cook. It's not about a job. So take away number 4. And number 5, catering services is where you buy the service of people who do cooking. So it's not about a job. Now, number 2 does say about jobs, and number 3 does say about opportunities. But number 2 has nothing about cooking. So job opportunities might give you teachers, doctors, army, lots of different types of job. But you're looking for cooking jobs. So you need to have something about food, cooking, and opportunity, which is the jobs. So the best answer is number 3. Based on the information in this excerpt, which of the following inferences can you make about searching the web? The web is a huge search engine? No. The World Wide Web is a resource of information. Okay? The World Wide Web is a source of information. The search engine is a tool to find information on the internet. So number 1 is going to be wrong. Number 2, no two search engines are alike. Well, it does say that each engine has its own database. So we're looking for an inference, something that you can guess. But the passage tells you directly that every search engine is different. So we can take away number 2. Number 4, updating websites is nearly impossible. Does it say updating websites is impossible? It says updating old ones and removing old ones is what this computer program does. But that's about the search engine. There's nothing here about updating a website being difficult. So there's nothing to support it. So take away number 4. That's a misunderstanding of the passage. Number 5, word frequency is not an important searching technique. Well, it looks for keywords. Okay? They look at keywords and the ones that are considered most relevant. So the passage tells you that words that come up quite often are important. So number 3, the web is an electronic library. Well, it does say that the web is the greatest resource of information. And it says it's like being in a library. And it says, unlike your library, the web has no index, no Dewey Decimal System. So there's several references to a library. There's several comparisons to the library. You can guess that the internet is like a big electronic library. Question 4. Based on the information in the article, which of the following types of titles would attract the greatest number of searches to a particular web page? Now, number 1, a humorous title that makes people laugh. Well, when you're looking at a page, you look at the title, you look at keywords. So a humorous title is not going to be the best one. Humorous title might be funny, but it might not have the keywords from the article. So it would be difficult for the search engine to know the main topic. So we can take away number 1. And the same for number 4. Vivid and poetic words are not going to be the same as the keywords. Keywords are the main words in the passage, okay, the repeated words. But poetic words would have different meanings, so no. And if it's a general, not specific title, well, that's difficult to match to keywords, repeated words. So take away number 5. So number 2 or number 3. Number 2 is a title having just a one-word summary, but number 3 is a title with a few important words. The key is one word or a few important words. Well, when you search for information, if you have 2 or 3 keywords, it's going to be easier. So you use a search engine and you put in some of the keywords from the passage. You put in some of the keywords, plural, or keywords, the most important words, and then the search engine will look for websites, web pages that have these same words. If you only put in one word, it's going to be more difficult because you only have one chance. If you put in 2 or 3 words, like for this we could put in internet, search, engine, 3 keywords from this passage. If we only put in search, then it's more difficult because it's just one word. So the more keywords you can put into the title, the better it's going to be. The correct answer is again number 3. New passage, number 5. Which of the following reasons would most likely disqualify an employee for coverage under this policy? The bankruptcy of the company, job loss due to downsizing, adoption of a child, quitting one's job, or theft of a computer. Well, let's have a look. All employees must be informed of the law regarding health benefits for ex-employees. Ex-employees means people that used to work but no longer work. As an employer of more than 20 people, Jetstream Airways is required by law to let qualified beneficiaries keep their insurance after separation from the company due to certain qualifying events. So a qualified beneficiary is a current or former employee covered under a group health plan, his or her spouse, dependent child, or a child born or adopted by the employee when covered. So adopting a child is okay. Yeah? Disqualify means to lose. You are not qualified anymore. You lose your coverage. So we're looking for a reason why you would lose. It says adopting is okay. For a covered employee, a qualified event is voluntary or involuntary termination, except if fired for gross misconduct. So if you quit, you are still keeping your medical insurance. If the company asks you to leave because they want to reduce the number of employees, you are still covered for your medical insurance. So number 2 and number 3 both are okay. And it does say, except if fired for gross misconduct. So gross misconduct is when you do something so bad that the company has no choice but to ask you to leave. One example of doing something that is so bad would be stealing a computer. If you steal from your company, then they have no choice but to ask you to leave, and at that point you would lose your health benefit. So number 5 is the correct answer. 6. Which statement best summarizes this excerpt? The company has clear policies dealing with ex-employees, but this is about health benefits for ex-employees. Answer number 1 does not include that idea of health benefits. Number 2, ex-employees can often retain their health insurance after leaving. It has got ex-employees and it has got health insurance. So number 2 might be okay. Number 3, ex-employees and their dependents can retain their health insurance, but what's different? It says qualified ex-employees. Qualified. So the passage does say there are qualifying events, and it does say that there are qualified beneficiaries, and it explains what a qualified beneficiary is. So it doesn't say everybody who left the company can keep their health insurance. It says those who are qualified, those who meet certain criteria, can keep their health insurance. So number 2 is better than number 3 because number 3 just says ex-employees, all of them. But the passage says some ex-employees. Looking at number 4 or 5. Employees have rights including health insurance, but we're talking about ex-employees, okay? After separating from the company. We're talking about people that have left the company, not people that still work at the company. So takeaway number 4. And then number 5, the government is concerned about the rising cost of medical care. That's very general. We're talking about company, and when the company will cover and when the company will not cover. So the correct answer is going to be number 3. 7. Which of the following inferences about health insurance law is supported by the excerpt? So, number 1, dependents who are under age 21, and not in school lose coverage. Under 21, not in school, lose coverage. Number 2, companies with fewer than 20 employees are exempt. Number 3, covered employees cannot keep their insurance when they take a new job. Number 4, ex-employees must pay enormous premiums to retain their coverage. And number 5, illnesses occurring after an employee leaves a company are not covered. Well, let's have a look. Let's continue for where we were before. For a spouse or dependent child, it means the employee's loss of employment, the covered employee's death, a spouse's divorce or legal separation from the covered employee, a covered employee's eligibility for medical care, a dependent's loss of dependent status, or the employer's filing for bankruptcy proceedings. Covered employees must be told of their rights when hired and upon leaving Jetstream Airways. Coverage can last up to 18 months for a termination or reduction in working hours, or up to 29 months for disabled qualified beneficiaries, and up to 36 months for a divorce or separation. Once coverage is elected, qualified beneficiaries are required to pay a premium, which includes a normal administration fee, a normal fee. So it doesn't say enormous fee, it says a normal fee. So we can take away answer number 4. Now, a dependent means you are relying on your parents. So normally when you become 18 years old, you become independent and you take care of yourself. But if you are still in school, then you have no job. So you are not taking care of yourself. Your parents are still taking care of you. So dependents under 21 who are not in school lose coverage? We don't know that from the passage. So we can take away that. When they take a new job, well, it does say that they can keep this for when they leave the company for 18 months or 29 months. It doesn't say if they take a new job or not, if that ends their insurance. We don't know. We cannot prove that from the passage. And health insurance covers your illnesses. So the whole point of having insurance for 18 months or 29 months is to give you insurance. So after an employee leaves the company, if it's less than 18 months, they can be covered. So number 5 is wrong. Now look at the second paragraph. It says an employer of more than 20 people is required by law, okay, to let qualified beneficiaries keep their health insurance. If you have more than 20 people, you must let them keep their insurance. But what if you have less than 20 people? Well, you can guess that you do not need to do this. It says if we have more than 20 people, we must do this. So you can guess that if there are less than 20 people, you do not need to do this. That's why the answer is number 2. Now, I know this was a little bit difficult, but keep working, keep improving, keep reading. The more you read, the quicker you get. And the more vocabulary that you learn, the better you will become. So keep working hard, everyone. Don't give up. And we'll have another one up for you soon.